CJ Moto here. I got my new Yeti microphone, so now hopefully y'all can hear me. But let's go ahead and look at the Sanwa Aerotronics M-17. Let's get into the settings and see what this thing's capable of. You've got your main screen here, and these are your different modes that you have. You've got custom, settings, auxiliary, and you can scroll through these if you program the radio properly with this little wheel. I like to program it like that. And then I also like to program this little button right here to go forward and back. So if I don't want to use the touchscreen, I don't even have to, which is kind of nifty. But anyhow, I don't use custom at all. I went ahead in there and deleted the custom list. I just don't really find it useful. I don't really need it. But let's just get into settings on this thing, and I'll do a little video series on this radio. But in settings, it's pretty nice. You hit this button up here, and that's what gets you between your throttle. And then you have A1, A2, which I don't really use at all. But you got your steering and your throttle, okay? And so in steering, you've obviously got your dual rates, which means you can turn your steering percentage up and down. And then in your speed, you've got your steering speed, forward and return. And I actually have that turned down in my MKS servo. It's a pretty hot servo, and I got it turned down -48. So that means that 48% of the steering speed is reduced, and it's still killer fast. Let's see what else. We got the return. I keep that at 0, so that way it returns just as fast as it ever would. And yeah. And then curve, I've got some exponential. On Aerotronics, a negative exponential is what you're looking for if you want to slow down, if you want to deaden the steering a little bit around center. So basically, when I just give it a little bit of steering like that, it's going to be less sensitive than if it was at 0. FS and BFS, I don't mess with that at all. I really don't even know what that does. And then your base is very important. You want to go into base, and you can get into here and adjust your endpoints. You always want to adjust your endpoints so that when you turn the controller all the way, it's just enough, but it's not binding up the ESC. So you want to turn the wheel until the ESC is turning your steering on your car over here as far as possible, but as to not bind wherever that set screws at. And then sub trim is like right 38, so you want to get that as close to 0 as possible. That's your sub trim to make it go in a straight line without messing with your regular trim over here, which is on that button right there on mine. You can program this all wherever you want it. Let's see here. Feeling, I keep that on 7S. That's basically like how responsive you want it to feel overall. I just go ahead and keep that at 7S. So anyhow, that's your settings in your Aerotronics Sanwa Aerotronics M17. I'll make some more videos with some more information. There's a lot to learn about this radio, so I'm going to definitely get way more in depth. But those are the settings. Yeah, and then it has this little guy here. It's like the heartbeat of your radio. You turn the wheel and it tells you that you're getting 100% throw. It's kind of funny. And then your throttle has another color. And it tells you that you're getting 100% throw on your throttle. So kind of interesting. But there, and it also tells you on the layout. There's a lot more stuff this radio could do, obviously. I'll get more into depth on it, but I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're interested in more information on the M17 and 8-scale electric buggy racing in general. CJ Moto out.